National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Another run with Mitchell. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Ravens at 1-9 now on the year, and they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. But he does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice gain.
First down, here's Mitchell. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Jackson options out left. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play, because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield. He's going to have the first down and then some. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll move the chains. Jackson on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Over the middle, complete. That's Mitchell. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Jackson will throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Dillon, touchdown, Baltimore.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. There on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, here's Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got 1 there. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And Chubb will try the middle here. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Watson swings this out for Hunt, and he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Watson off play action. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion good for 7 there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Well, safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard. But more importantly, it leads to 4th down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. Kicking into a headwind here in the 2nd quarter. York able to send this one through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
They go play action now. Jackson. His throw incomplete.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a big 32-yard play on third.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
Oh, he shifts past him, and he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
I haven't met a defense coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And this is caught by Williams. Touchdown! Mike Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
No, we changed it.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long, because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Tucker's kick is good, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
They run it again with Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
First down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They go with Chubb on second down. There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have got it back to within a score. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field, and they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Jackson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 40, 20. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get with the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
They'll run with Chubb, and this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
He's already found the end zone once in this half, and they do a nice job there pushing him backwards and denied his bid for a second score.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They'll try again with Chubb, and they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. To throw is Watson. The quick slant caught. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a fourth and goal. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
What is that?
Here we go on fourth. Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. To throw on 2nd and 10, Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Jackson going to run again. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield. first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Here's Watson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Here's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter. What a quick start to the drive, but not for the team that really needed it. In only a few seconds, the opposing QB found himself on the turf, and the defense is celebrating 2nd and long.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a 3rd and still about 12 to go.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Now it's Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Lucas.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You don't see too many cornerbacks coming up with hits like that in the running game. He announced his presence right there and knocked it back for a loss.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. 141 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So down inside the 5-yard line, I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Chubb going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Browns have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Extra point by York is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense. I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
They run over center with Mitchell. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Agnew now to return. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Browns drive about to get started.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll take this one up to about the 23.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Third and 2, Watson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And he fields it cleanly.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They go play action with Jackson.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Here's Jackson.
A slant route caught by Bateman. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
47 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year.
And the Ravens have retaken a third quarter lead.
Tucker now to add the point after. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Handoff comes to Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Escaping, and he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter.
Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long.
They'll look to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
And the Ravens are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, and he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Right back to Mitchell here.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Play action. It's Jackson.
That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, you know, they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
A give here to Mitchell.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And this one is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. David Ojabo running in to take him down. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. Boy, that went straight out of bounds, and that will set the return team up in the red zone already. First down, here's Mitchell. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Once again, it's Mitchell. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to spend a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But
and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A.J. Dillon with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. To throw on second is Watson.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead is knocked harmlessly to the turf.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Back to throw, Watson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Lucas. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On the counter, Hunt. Now the ball comes loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it, or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. And this offense on 3rd down today, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Watson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 40. To throw, Watson. Swings this out for Hunt. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Watson to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Here's Watson. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Watson.
is just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept you in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 76 yards rushing now for Mitchell. He's got a first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Another run with Mitchell. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Now an option play on 2nd down. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a ball on this one. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
That takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for the Ravens, it's just their 2nd win here in 11 tries this season, and they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile,